Hey everybody, welcome to Dave's Kitchen. What's up, patrons? Welcome to Dave's Kitchen. Again, thank you so much for your support. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos for you guys. Today, I thought we'd do something in celebration of 4th of July, our independence. I'm from Georgia, the peach state. Why not do some peach cobbler? It's a nice summertime dessert, so simple to make, just a few minutes. Whip it up, bake it, boom. We're gonna do some really nice peach cobbler today. It's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna be fun. Patrons, peach cobbler, so simple, so delicious. Basically, we're going to break it down to two components. You've got the peaches, and then you got the batter. And combined, they make a cobbler. So, you can use fresh peaches if you want. I got the wrong kind. The pits always screw. You got the stone-free and the Flintstone. And anyway, I decided just to go with jarred peaches. Get you about 4 cups, 32 ounces. You can do frozen, you can do jar, can, like I said, fresh, really whatever you prefer. It is summertime right now, so the fresh ones are available. If I knew how to handle them a little better, I'd probably be doing that today. But anyway, let's get 32 ounces of some sort of peach. Let's get a stick and a quarter of butter. Gonna need a little lemon, some cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla extract. I got brown sugar, regular sugar, and self-rising flour. Very important for the self-rising flour. All right, so we got the peaches going in a nice pot here. You want to simmer these. It's very important. You don't want to burn these. Don't be blasting it out. Just a nice simmer. Get those peaches and the juices going. And we're going to do a 1/2 cup of regular sugar. I just got my 1/4 cup here, so I'm going to do 2 of these. 2 quarters and 1/2. So 1/2 cup of regular sugar, and then 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. You can use the light, but I always like the dark. I feel like it's got a little more flavor. So 1/2 cup of regular, 1/2 cup of brown. All right, we're gonna do a little lemon zest. Just a little, maybe 1/4 teaspoon or so, just to kind of liven that up a little bit. A little lemon zest. Now we're gonna go with a tablespoon of good vanilla extract. Get the real stuff. Don't get the imitation stuff. It's a little more expensive, but it really does work. You can taste the difference. It's probably 15 bucks for a little thing like that. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then we'll do 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Boom. And we'll just incorporate all that. We're going to let this cook for about 10-15 minutes. We're not really trying to cook it. We're just kind of trying to make a peach syrup, if you will. We're going to soften up these peaches. Get those juices mixed with the sugar, the brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, lemon zest. And like I said, very important just to keep it at a simmer. You don't want high heat on this. You don't want to scorch the peaches. You don't want to burn the sugar. So that's the peach component. Now we'll work on the cobbler. All right, we got the peaches nice and simmering here with the brown sugar, the regular sugar, the lemon zest, the vanilla extract, nutmeg, and cinnamon. That's going nice. Let's go ahead and preheat the oven to 350. Now, what we'll need as far as cookware, if you've got a Dutch oven, that would be great. If not, a ceramic casserole dish, anything with kind of a heavy bottom that's good for the oven. Casserole dish is fine. I always prefer my Dutch oven. So what we've got here is the stick and a quarter of the butter. Got that nice and melted here, right? So that's just going to kind of be our base. Now we're going to work on the batter. We've got 1 cup of regular granulated sugar. We got 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Self-rising is very important. If you don't have self-rising, you can make that with all-purpose, and you add a little baking powder and a little salt. I forgot what the actual measurements were, but I'll put that in the comment section below. But preferably self-rising, if not all-purpose with baking powder and salt. So anyway, we got the self-rising, 1.5 cups. We got the granulated sugar, 1 cup, and we're going to take 1.5 cups of whole milk. Don't use any of that skim or 1%. Let's get some nice whole milk. Now we're going to make the batter. We're just trying to kind of get all this incorporated. We don't want to overwork this. It's not like we're making bread or anything. We just kind of want to get everything somewhat incorporated without over mixing it. You definitely don't need a hand mixer for this because, like I said, we're not really mixing like you would a cake batter or something. We're just trying to get all the components kind of incorporated. So, you know, maybe 30 seconds. Those lumps are fine. Ordinarily, if you're making biscuits or a cake, you want to get rid of those lumps. But for cobbler, it's a lumpy dish anyway. So that's as simple as it goes there with our batter. Now, what we'll do is very gently, we've got this melted butter, right? And I've turned the heat off, by the way. I turn the heat on the butter just to kind of melt it, then you turn it off. We're not trying to cook this batter right now. So we're just going to, instead of incorporating, again, we're not going to mix. We're just going to go right in the center and just get that batter introduced to that butter. That butter's going to kind of act as a moat to protect the king and queen. But look at that. So you got the butter on the bottom and the outsides. Then you got this nice batter right in the middle. And then you can kind of incorporate a little bit, real gently. Make sure it's, you know, reaching the outskirts. But yeah, so now we just got this batter and this butter. Look at that, beautiful. Now, peaches have been going for about 10 minutes. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these peaches with a slotted spoon, because we used all these juices to kind of incorporate the dry ingredients, but we don't want too much moisture. We don't want too much of this juice in the cobbler. So we're just going to take a slotted spoon and just very gently just place some of these peaches right in there. Again, we're not mixing. The batter was just mixed enough to kind of incorporate the ingredients. We're not mixing the batter with the butter. We're not mixing the peaches into the batter or the butter. We're just kind of laying these nice peaches in this mixture of butter and batter. Oh, butter and batter. That sounds like a bar, a hipster bar. Maybe down at butter and batter. And you know, we started with 32 ounces of peaches, but you know, some people like a different ratio. I know, like for apple pie, for example, I like more the goop than I do the actual apples. So yeah, but I'm going to use most of these. And then what we can do is get some of that juice going. We want to keep some of that juice. I just didn't want to get all of it going in there. So we'll look at all this beautiful juice here. So we'll take a few I guess it's a little more than a tablespoon, but maybe 3 or 4 nice spoonfuls. Just kind of get that going in there. And now we're ready to bake. Look how simple that was. I mean, it really doesn't get much easier than that. You know what? And if you want, you can kind of hit it with a little cinnamon at the very end. Like I said, we put some cinnamon in there, of course, but just as kind of a garnish, kind of get some color when it's done baking. You know, another teaspoon or so. Now, we got the 350 oven. We're just going uncovered, directly in, 50 minutes. We'll see you in about 50 minutes for delicious cobbler. Oh boy. cobbler crust going. We got some brown edges. Look at that. That is beautiful. $50 minutes, 350. Now, with anything you bake or anything you pull right out of the oven, usually I'm talking about meat when I'm talking about letting things rest, but obviously you can look at this and tell that it's not quite ready to eat. So we're going to let this rest for, I would say, 20 minutes, just to be safe. So just let that kind of marinate in its own goodness there. Hang out for about 20 minutes. Then we'll dig into that bad boy. The cobbler's been cooling for about 20 minutes. I think it's ready to dig into this bad boy. Look at this. Those crusty edges. Oh, goodness. Oh, son, here's what I'm doing. Little butter pecan ice cream right on top. Let's see what's going on with this bad boy. Dude, you've got that doughy pastry type cobbler thing going on there. Those peaches, so sweet. You can taste that brown sugar, a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg. The vanilla. I know a lot of people don't put vanilla extract in their peach cobbler. The vanilla, I think, is the secret weapon here. I mean, I don't know what else you want. That is, as my granddaddy used to say, that's jam up and jelly tight right there. I still don't know what the hell that means. That's beautiful. Peach cobbler. 4th of July treat. Everybody's going to be doing burgers and dogs, potato chips. You show up to your 4th of July cookout with some peach cobbler, you'll be the belle of the ball, no doubt. Patrons, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Couldn't do it without you. Dave's Kitchen podcast once a month. Dave's Kitchen videos once a month. Spread the word. Tell a friend. Eat some delicious food. We'll see y'all next month.